Good afternoon and welcome back to the Arc Arena on the campus of Baruch College. It's the second game of your doubleheader between the Lehman College Lightning and your Baruch College Bearcats. If you're just joining us and missed out on women's action earlier today, the women Bearcats were able to beat Lehman 69-51, and Baruch trying to go for the sweep here in the second game. Once again, alongside Joe Stolzer, I'm David Just. Joe, what a game we have for you today. Not only do both teams come into the game 6-0 in the CUNYAC, but we're talking about a rematch of the last two conference championship games between Lehman and Baruch.
David, it's a heavyweight championship fight every time these two teams get together. Baruch throws a punch, Lehman throws back a punch. Okay, so Baruch is at home, and they have to really come out with high energy, ball movement, good shot selection, and David, tenacious defense, force Lehman into turnovers, and again, Jamal Fail hopefully can come out, with a good start. Purisic going high-low. Emil Purisic off the bench contributing. Of course, Devin Nicholson providing that offense. And Coach Alici's got tremendous depth. So this is going to be a good one, as they always are, David.
It is Alumni Day on the campus of Baruch College. And Joe, up and down, back and forth, up and down season, however you want to call it, to start the year for the Bearcats. They've rattled off six in a row. What's been their secret?
I think Coach Alici probably is saying, listen, guys, we got everybody back except for Gannon from last year, and we are man for man the team to beat in June. But the players have to believe in themselves and what they need to do. It's not one man, it's a whole roster. And I think Coach Alici has got them thinking properly. The record speaks for itself, David. 6-0 CUNY, and really they are the team to beat.
We are moments away, 30 seconds left from starting the lineup. Joe, real quick, we only have a few seconds left. What does Baruch have to do to get into a quick lead?
Force turnovers, tenacious defense, finding that rebound, and great ball movement and shot selection. And again, Nicholson, Devin, and Jamal Fail, I believe, have to get off to good starts.
We are moments away from action. It's a battle of 6-0 CUNYAC conference teams. It is the Lehman College Lightning and the Baruch College Bearcats. We're going to send it over to Marty Collins for your starting lineups.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our CUNYAC basketball game of the Arena on Baruch. That's Alumni Day. Championship contest features the visiting Lightning from Lehman College and your Baruch College Bearcats. Let's meet the starters. First, earlier. At center, 6'6" senior from Brooklyn, number 3, Andre Emmanuel. At home, the 6'7" junior from Baruch, number 13, Paris. Next on, the 6'1" junior from Dominican Republic, number 24, Will Fredericks. Next on, the 6'3" senior from Yonkers, number 31, Jacob Stevens. And at home, the 6'2" junior from Queens, number 35, Brandon Moss. Head coach, Steve Jones, the assistant coaches of Arkansas, Langton and Bruce, those areas of the United. And now, this afternoon's starting lineup for your College Bearcats. Next on, the 6'2" drafted from Staten Island, number 5, Devin Nicholson. Next on, a veteran junior from Staten Island, number 13, Devin Nicholson. Next on, the 6'2" graduate student from Jamaica, number 15, Devin Nicholson. And over, the 6'5" graduate student from Astoria, New York, number 21, Emil Purisic. And at home, the 6'4" graduate student from head coaches John Lacey and the assistant coaches are Berlin, Robert Lacey, and Carol Crawford. Now let's play ball.
So the lineups are in. The lineups are announced, and we are moments away from action in the second game of our doubleheader. The women earlier were able to go to 5-1, their best start in CUNYAC since 2016, 2017. The men are trying to go 7-0. We've seen them be very dominant in the CUNYAC the last few years, but definitely their toughest matchup so far this season.
Yeah, I mean, Mia Castillo, again, tremendous performance for the Lady Bearcats in that first game. And here, it's a veteran Baruch team. They've been there, done it, and it's just a matter of just taking it one game at a time, David, and not beating yourself.
So it's going to be Paris, it's going to be Fredericks. They are in the center circle. And we are underway here at the Arc Arena. Baruch will start it off. It'll be Gerard Nicholson to bring it into the front court. It'll be Lehman in their road blues, gold numbers and trim. Baruch in their traditional home whites, dark blue trim, light blue numbers. It's Devin Nicholson now on the far side on the elbow. Creates a little jab step space, and he's able to get his first shot to fall.
Well, that's what we want to see. Devin Nicholson get off to a quick start.
So it's Paris now over to Fernandez here on the near, correct that, it's Marks here on the near side. Ball swung around, Fernandez over to Stevens. Stevens going baseline, he's quickly double teamed. Nicholson and Fredericks all over him, and it'll stay right there with the Lightning as it went off either Fredericks or Nicholson on the far side.
Gerard, Nicholson, and Fredericks, tenacious defenders.
So Manuel into Fernandez. Pump fake by Paris, leading scorer for the Lightning team. Outside now to Stevens. Stevens way downtown. Off back iron, no good. Hit the stanchion, he had to shoot it. They only had 1 second left on the shot clock, and a great start for the Bearcats.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of energy out there defensively from the Bearcats. Fredericks is a tremendous athletic, tenacious player.
Quickly becoming a Joe Stolzer favorite here in his first year at Baruch.
Yeah, if he could score David, we got a good one.
So now Fair looking for Purisic inside. He's closed off by Paris. Fredericks, jab step, swings it around to Gerard Nicholson. Nicholson going to put it on the deck, spin move, pull up jumper, off back iron, no good. And it's going to be Manuel who comes away with it. Manuel, excuse me.
They got to give Fair some touches, David, offensively, the Bearcats.
Stevens has it. Manuel looking for it back. No, wow, what a move by Stevens on the reverse layup. And we're tied at 2, a minute and a half gone.
Yeah, again, the defense has just got to take Lehman out of what they want to do.
So it's Devin Nicholson, gives it over to Gerard Nicholson. Up top to Purisic. Paris out on him. Now it's Fredericks. He steps into a three. Off back iron, no good. Right into the waiting hands of Devin Nicholson. Shot again, no good. He gets his own rebound into some contact, and he's able to finish.
Good toughness by Devin Nicholson. Didn't get it on the first try, got it on the second.
Fernandez and Manuel playing a two-man game. Ooh, excuse me, that's Stevens. Check that, and Stevens almost lost it there. It's over to Paris on the far side. Looking for options, gives it off to Manuel. It's Fernandez. Southpaw three, no good. Rebounded there by Marks. Outside to Paris, almost lost it. Gerard Nicholson, active hands. Oh, ball pops out loose. And Stevens going to slow it up on the center circle.
Like the intensity defensively by the Bearcats. Quick hands, quick feet.
So now it's Marks here on the near side wing. Gives it off to Stevens straight on. Once again, deep into the shot clock. Has to get it up. Shot no good. Ball still loose. They're going to say it was a foul on the floor. Let's see who that's going to go against.
Well, Fredericks did his part.
And that's going to be on Fredericks.
Oh, well, might have been a little too aggressive on the box out.
I think Coach Alisi as well wants an explanation on that one. Manuel has it on the elbow, trying to find Fernandez. He's trying to get open. Ooh, nice dummy there from Fernandez to get the ball to Marks. Three straight on there by Paris, no good. Fair swords for the rebound, and he's able to walk it up.
Baruch has just got to maintain this defensive intensity. Cannot let up.
Fair has it on the near side. Paris out on him. Excuse me, correct that. That's Manuel, and Fair able to knock down his first shot of the game.
Okay.
And Baruch have a 5-point lead.
Fair and Nicholson have to get off to quick starts offensively.
Fernandez spin move, step back jumper, no good. Fair rebounds.
One and done. That's great defense by Baruch.
So it's Devin Nicholson driving into the lane. High arcing shot with the right hand. It's able to go, and Coach Schulman wants to talk it over. He'll take a 30-second timeout. His team's quickly down by 7, but as we know, this could just be a game of runs, and it's going to be back and forth action all afternoon.
But David, the intensity of Baruch's defense is creating success offensively, and so Lehman is limited right now.
The other thing that seemed a bit surprising, Joe, in a couple of these early on possessions, Lehman going so deep into the shot clock, you'd almost think that they're not 100% sure what they want to run, or maybe they're not. Maybe they're getting different looks than they expected from that Bearcat defense.
Well, to your point, Baruch's defense is in Lehman's head now, and I think Coach Schulman has to point that out. Guys, you're being taken out of the game because of the tenacity of Baruch's defense. You got to see it in their eyes and see it in their body language, going back to your point.
So maybe a time out there for Coach Schulman, and we'll see how they come out of the
break.
It's going to be the same 5 for both teams here, as it'll be Stevens to walk things up.
By the way, Coach Alisi keeping the same 5 because it's working right now.
Manuel up top, ball swung around the perimeter. Marks here on the near side. Has Fernandez on the Bearcat symbol, gives it off to Stevens on the far side. 13 to shoot. Stevens going to drive into the chest of Fair. Shot no good. Marks going to finish on the rebound, and Purisic comes down with the board for the Bearcats.
Baruch doing a great job of one and done for Lehman offensively.
So now Fair. Bounce pass outside to Fredericks, now inside to Fair on the block. Step back jumper, shot too strong, no good. Stevens rips it down for Lehman, up ahead to Manuel. Ooh, he leaves it behind into the waiting hands of Jamel Fair, and they got numbers if they push. It's Gerard Nicholson on the far side. He'll get in the corner. 3 ball there. Shot way off, but Devin Nicholson able to run down that rebound, and he's going to go to work on Marks in the post. Nice move by Nicholson, who's able to lay it in. Reverse layup with the right hand.
Nicholson so crafty at getting to the basket by the virtue of a hard dribble. Really frees him up.
He's got 8 here in the early going, 8 of 11 for the Bearcats.
Defensively, this is going to dictate the outcome of today's game for Baruch.
Stevens teeing up. Oh, errant pass right into the hands of Devin Nicholson. Cross court to Gerard Nicholson. He'll pull up from the near side corner. 3. Shot too strong, no good. Gerard Nicholson chasing it down. It's going to go off Manuel last, and it's going to stay right here with the Bearcats. Great play, though, by the Bearcats on the offensive end.
Guys looking for each other. Nicholson normally hits that shot. But again, Purisic really hasn't gotten any touches because it's very clogged up in the middle. So it's really a perimeter game now for the Bearcats.
Gerard Nicholson has it on the Bearcat symbol, gives it off to Fredericks, who hands it off to Devin Nicholson, bounces it right back to Purisic, hand back off to Devin Nicholson. Ooh, nice move there. Lets a little swim move, kind of lets Marks run through. Shot off back iron, no good.
Baruch really back quickly in transition.
Avila, who just checked in the game, gives it off to Marks. 3, no good. And it'll be Gerard Nicholson quickly up ahead to Devin Nicholson. Devin Nicholson going right to the basket, curls back, out to Gerard Nicholson. Puts it on the deck, into the lane. Up and under, layup is good. What a move by Gerard Nicholson.
Hey, we got a racehorse basketball, David, but it's benefiting Baruch.
And Nicholson's all over Stevens now. Almost traveled there was Stevens. Now Manuel here on the near side. He's quickly double teamed. Baruch have to be careful not to get out of position here, as now it's going to be Paris who steps into an elbow jumper, and that's good. And Baruch maybe a little overzealous.
David, that was the first breakdown defensively for the Bearcats, where a man wasn't where he should have been.
And I think on multiple occasions you thought Baruch was coming away with that basketball. Errant pass there from Devin Nicholson. That's knocked out of bounds by Paris.
This 13-4 lead is not by surprise. Baruch's defense is really giving them a position to succeed offensively.
So now it's Devin Nicholson on the far side. Marks on him to Purisic. Bounce pass inside to Fredericks. He'll turn on Stevens. Pull up from the elbow, and he knocks that one down.
Well, if Fredericks contributes offensively, David, you got quite a team out there, because we know what the other 4 can do offensively. Fredericks is an added bonus.
Muhammad Guy at the scorer's table waiting to check into the game. Avila straight on 3. He knocks it down. He comes off a screen, able to find some space.
Well, That's two kind of breakdowns defensively for the Bearcats.
So now it's Fair on the far side. Manuel out on him. Purisic able to turn, looking for Fredericks inside. Ball batted loose, still loose, and it's going to be Marks who comes away with it. And now Avila coming the other way for the Lightning. Pull up there by Marks, way off. He's able to get his own rebound, though. Bounce pass to Manuel, outside to Avila. Ball swung around the perimeter. Stevens up top. Stevens able to lay it. No, off back, all the way around. No good.
Well, that's when you know it's your day, David, when the ball is down and it spins out. But Baruch has to be patient offensively. Let's get good shot selections. Let's keep the ball moving.
Devin Nicholson straight on three. He knocks it down. Big three there from Devin Nicholson, and he's off to a hot start. He's got 11 on 5 of 7 shooting.
David, big-time jump shot by Devin Nicholson.
Baruch lead 18-7, a little bit more than 8 minutes gone, and Gerard Nicholson just a little overzealous as he gets called for the reach.
Yeah, what he did was he bodied him instead of using just his feet and his hands.
So Osorio, Guy, and Vaughn to check into the game, and it's going to be a timeout on the floor.
So Coach Alisi's gone to his rim protectors in Guy and Vaughn.
And we're going to see Cameron Burns also check into the game from Lehman Lightning. That name may sound familiar. He was on the Bearcats for part of last year, and now he's on the Lehman Lightning.
David, Cameron Burns, nice player out of Jersey, shake and bake kind of player in the backcourt.
Yeah, he was very much a sixth man. He only played 4 games last year, only averaged 6 minutes per game. But if we go back 2 seasons ago, he was more of an impact player and got more minutes.
Yeah, he's a crowd pleaser, David. Very crafty with the ball.
2 years ago, he averaged 12 minutes a game, and averaged about 5 points per game. Very similar to what he's averaging this season for the Lehman College Lightning.
Yeah, like I said, shake and bake kind of player. Very good getting to the basket.
And he has the ball in his hands right now. Gerard Nicholson out on him. Takes the pick from Paris. Jumper there by Marks is no good. And Baruch looking to push quickly the other way. It's Fair into the front court on the far side. Ahmed Guy now has it up top. Gives it off to Fair. Vaughn looking for it. Gives it back out to Guy. Guy puts it on the deck, outside to Gerard Nicholson. Pull up straight on, around and out, no good. Vaughn able to get his own get the rebound shot, no good. Ball still loose, and it's going to be ripped down there by number 5, Lasana Kamara for the Lightning.
Vaughn needs to finish, David. He did everything but finish.
Ooh, Avila may have gotten away with a slide of a pivot foot there. Now Cameron Burns has it, working on Osorio. Burns into the lane. He puts it a little too low. Jamel Fair ripping at it. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to stay with the Lightning.
Osorio, when he comes in the game, David, he's an NFL cornerback. Plays with tremendous energy and intensity. Osorio uplifts his teammates. Wants it so badly.
So Avila now has it. Gives it off to Burns here on the near side. Spin move into the lane, outside to Kamara. Near side 3, high arcing shot, hits the bottom of the net, and Baruch's lead's cut to 8.
Well, Coach Alisi not happy with breakdowns in defense. Put a hand in somebody's face.
And it looks like Lehman's setting up here in a 2-3 zone.
Well, you got to move the ball quickly in the zone. Keep
Inside
it moving.
Vaughn, now outside to Fair. Fair puts it on the deck. They're going to call a travel there. I didn't really see it, but it's going to go back to the Lightning.
Well, I think the zone might be a little confusing for the Bearcats, but they got to take a deep breath. More patience on offense.
So it'll be Stevens to walk things up for the Lightning.
Again, defense is going to bode the outcome of this game for the Bearcats.
Burns Burns into the lane, looking for options. Kamara out to Stevens. Stevens, nice fake pass there. Guy comes across and swats it emphatically.
That's your rim protector.
Osorio now into the front court. Over Gerard Nicholson in the corner. Guy up top to Osorio. Thinks about the pass. Instead gives it back to Nicholson. Up top to Devin Nicholson. He'll put it on the deck. Hop step into the lane. Passes it out. Guy open three here on the near side. Shot a bit too strong. No good. Kamara comes down with the rebound. And they got numbers the other way for those the Lightning. And Paris able to lay it in at the basket. Smart job there not to foul by the Bearcats.
Great pass by Burns and a great catch.
So now it's Devin Nicholson here. Ooh, Burns comes away with the steal. Osorio trying to track him down. Nice pump fake there by Burns. He couldn't get it to go. And Nicholson, Gerard Nicholson on the rebound.
Burns did everything on that play except for finish.
Devin Nicholson's three off right rim, no good. Stevens on the rebound. Baruch needs to get back here in transition. Stevens right around Osorio, able to lay it in with the left hand, and it's going to be a timeout for Coach Alisi, as what was once a 12-point lead, a 10-point lead is now 4.
Once Lehman started to put their foot on the gas pedal, David, good things happened for them. But we said this is a heavyweight fight. Baruch punches, Lehman punches back.
So Devin Nicholson,
thanks, man,
has the hot hand here in the early going. He has 11 of Baruch's first 18. He's missed a few shots though in a row, and it kind of coincides with Baruch's lead getting trimmed.
Well, I would try and get into Vaughn, David, because Baruch has been going with the perimeter. Can we have success down low with Vaughn? Just to get Lehman off balance.
And Sean Donnellan has checked into the game for the Bearcats.
Sean Donnellan, the veteran leader in the backcourt.
One of the 4 team captains for the Bearcats this season. Lob up to Vaughn, just a bit too high from Devin Nicholson. The Bearcats had it.
Hey, he could jump, but he can't jump that high. Oh, boy.
So it's Paris now over to Burns on the near side. Straight on three from Avila. Shot no good. Rebounded there by Osorio.
Good box out by the Bearcats.
Donnellan outside to Osorio. Good ball movement by the Bearcats. Shot no good. And the Bearcats have gone a bit cold here with 8 coming in on 8 minutes remaining here in the first.
Well, they just got to keep it high intensity defensively if the offense is a little off.
Stevens has it up top. Takes the pick from Paris. Crossover move. Stevens in the lane. Shot too strong. No good. Vaughn able to pull down that rebound as Stevens was fighting for it.
They got to find a way to stop Stevens' penetration, David.
He only has 4 on 2 of 6, but he's impressive here in the early going. Devin Nicholson's 3, no good. Long rebound out to Kamara, and Paris going to push the other way for Lehman. And Osorio takes it away. Nope, they're going to call the foul there on Osorio. And that's going to be only the 3rd team foul on the Bearcats.
Hey, David, Osorio did whatever he could to get that ball. I didn't see a whole lot of foul. I saw a lot of ball. Great defense by Osorio, stopping the ball.
So Stevens now has it at center court for the Lightning.
Stevens wants to get to the basket.
Ooh, right through the hands of legs of Fernandez. Donnellan comes away with it. Nice move there by Donnellan. His shot blocked. Osorio there to clean it up.
Good hustle by Osorio.
Now Kamara on the near side corner. Into the lane, kicks it out to Burns. Burns looks at the basket, thinks about the shot, pulls it back. Going into the lane now, all the way underneath and around. Fernandez keeps it inbounds over to Stevens. Kamara near side. Vaughn closes out. Shot too short from Kamara. They're going to say a foul on the floor. So Donnellan's first, Baruch's 4th team foul. And we haven't had a whistle go against Lehman so far here in the first 13 minutes of action.
Well, Donnelly just was out of position when he got caught for that foul.
I think Coach Elise's argument was more so that they were both just running down the court for the running for the rebound. Either way, it'll be Lehman's ball. It'll be Fernandez up top, 15 seconds to shoot. Inside to Kamara. Kamara trying to force through Purisic. No good. Fredericks is fouled, and that's going to be the first team foul again on Lehman, as it's going to be number 5, Lasana Kamara.
Good D by Purisic inside.
Kamara was trying to force his way through, and Emil was just not having any of it.
Yeah, Purisic just held his ground.
So it'll be Donnelly into the front court. Over to Devin Nicholson on the Bearcat symbol. Osorio near side, now into Fredericks. Nice find to Purisic underneath. Purisic with the reverse.
Hey, Fredericks couldn't have done it any better, David.
The ball moved around the perimeter here. It's Fernandez on the far side. Bounce inside to Kamara. Either further inside to Manuel. No good, and it's going to be rebounded there by Fredericks. And Saeed Osorio, now make it Donnelly, will walk things up for the Bearcats. Couple of strong defensive possessions there, Joe, by the Bearcats. Allow them to extend their lead back to 8.
Well, that's going to be the determining factor. Their offense is going to come.
Just like that, Nicholson pulls a 3, and he knocks it down, and he's yapping at the Lehman bench. I think they were yapping back at him, and he's able to knock it down. I mean, I don't know if that's a guy you want to get angry. He has 14 of Baruch's 25. Baruch lead 25-14.
Hey, David, you know the song Rolling Stones, Start Me Up? Devin Nicholson has started up.
He sure is. That's 7 of 11 from the field, make that 3 of 5 from downtown. He also has a steal, an assist, and 3 boards to go along with his 14 points. But if you're Coach Schulman and the assistant coach team of the Lehman College Lightning, I think you're telling this team, don't say anything to this guy because he doesn't need any extra ammunition to get going.
I mean, when he's going good. But David, offensively, God bless. But defensively, Baruch has just got to clamp down and just shut down anything that Lehman wants to do. Coach Elise hopefully pointing out the tendencies that Lehman wants to do, and Baruch just has to take them away.
And I know what I'm about to say sounds quite basic, but have you noticed that when Baruch have extended their lead, it's coincided with them playing great defense, turning into great offense.
Exactly.
When they've let up the lead, it's because they've had a few cracks in their defense and gave some easy baskets away.
And there you go. Then the lead is cut from 16 to 12, 12 to 8. Yeah, pretty basic, what we're looking at, David.
Also, the other thing is when you force missed shots on a defensive end, it allows for transition, which does not allow Lehman to set up.
Psychologically, Lehman gets mad at themselves because they missed the shot. Advantage to Baruch.
And on top of that, when everyone's running back, they may not pick up the correct assignment.
Or
they just have to pick up the closest guy because everyone's out of position. You don't allow the defense to set up, and we've seen a few threes, including the one Nicholson just hit, kind of with Lehman not properly aligned. As Fernandez has it now. Great, another solid defensive possession, at least on the offset from the Bearcats. Devin Nicholson out on Cameron Burns. 13 to shoot for the Lightning, inside to Kamara. They've been trying to feed him since he's been in the game. Lasana Kamara gets that stripped. I think it was Donnelly in there with a hand or two.
As soon as he turned, there were 3 players that took the ball away.
Fredericks inside to Purisic. Fredericks runs through. Purisic working on Manuel outside to Fredericks. Ball swung around the perimeter. That's going to be Devin Nicholson from way downtown. Shot no good, but they're going to call Kamara on the foul, and that's going to send Devin Nicholson to the line to shoot 3.
As soon as Nicholson sets his feet and does a hard dribble, it's up and away.
This is not the guy you want at the line if you're Coach Schulman and the Lehman College Lightning, shooting 85% on the season.
Nicholson's effectiveness just, gets his whole team really, really in a good place. It's amazing. Talk about synergy. So Baruch has it going offensively via Nicholson, and they have it defensively via a team effort on the defensive end.
Marks and Paris have both checked back into the game. Kamara and Burns will come to the bench for the Lightning.
Well, Marks looks like a defensive cornerback.
And Nicholson off on the third. He hit the first two. Purisic on the offensive board and able to lay it in, and
Great
it's 29-14.
Great hustle by Purisic underneath.
So it's Paris on the far side. Manuel looking for options, finds Fernandez. He got a good look there. Coming off a screen, Donald a little late to close out. Fredericks soars for the rebound, gets it into the hands of Donald, and he'll walk things up for the Bearcats.
I'll tell you, Fredericks is a delight to have on your team. The things he does that don't even show up, as far as scoring.
So Donald now up top to Purisic. Purisic outside to Osorio, near side three. He knocks it down. Big three there from Osorio. It's an 18-point lead for the Bearcats.
Osorio, just such a high-energy player. Just makes it happen.
Shot there for the Lightning, no good, and Baruch have a chance to slow it up.
Again, no rush on offense because it's all working for you. It's a defense where you just got to keep your foot on the gas pedal.
And it's Purisic now into the lane, trying to work on Manuel. What a backdoor pass. Osorio trying to find an opening against Stevens. He took too many steps, and it's going to go back to the Lightning. He took too many steps.
David, I think he was just a little too deep.
Stevens to walk it across the timeline here for the Lightning. It's been an action-packed first half. It is the second game of our doubleheader here between the Lehman College Lightning and your Baruch College Bearcats here on Baruch Bearcat Broadcasting. The three there by Marks is no good. Devin Nicholson quickly trying to get it into the front court. Free throw line jumper. He's able to get that one to go.
Yeah.
Three there by Stevens. It's a big answer, and Lehman desperately needed that one.
Yeah, Baruch kind of took that possession off, David.
So Fredericks now has it on the Bearcat symbol. Fair takes over. Takes the pick from Purisic. Fair into the lane. Step through, inbounds pass to Purisic. Ooh, hook shot no good. A little too strong off back iron.
Great interior pass by Fair.
Stevens trying to force one against Marks, and it's going to go off Marks last, and it'll go back to the Bearcats. I think Stevens expected Marks to continue towards the basket.
Well, Gerard Nicholson was right there defensively to disrupt that pass.
So Devin Nicholson now has it. Fredericks on the far side wing. Nicholson trying to go to work. He's fouled on the way up and will go to the line to shoot two.
Well, Baruch is trying to have movement, but essentially they're trying to free up Nicholson at the end of the day.
And Nicholson knocks down the first. And he's good on the second. So Stevens quickly to the front court for the Lightning. Fernandez here on the near side. Bounce pass inside out between Manuel and Fernandez. Three from Fernandez, no good, and it'll be Purisic who comes out with it, up ahead to Nicholson.
No hurry offensively, but a great pass.
Ooh, nice find there to Fredericks, who gets big and lays it in.
Hey, listen, David, how tough a shot was that by Fredericks? Hanging in the air, had a maneuver. You talk about a strong core. Outstanding play by Fredericks.
So Stevens crossover move. He throws it out of bounds. And that gets the Bearcats bench off their seats. And you can just feel the momentum all with Baruch here in the first half.
Well, again, what a defensive clinic by the Bearcats, David.
Fredericks looking for options, has Fair up top, who just checked back into the game. Bounce pass inside to Purisic. Purisic with the right hand, too short.
Purisic is working.
Stevens right to the rim, and he finishes it with the right hand.
Stevens is a good player, David, but Baruch has limited him in this first half.
Nicholson brings it into the front court, marks out on him. Takes the pick from Purisic. Fair near side three. He knocks it down. And Baruch seemed to get everything going right now. Jamel Fair, big jumper there. An answer on the other end from Stevens. No good. Manuel, he gets tied up. They're going to say he was fouled on the floor. So it'll stay right there with the Lightning.
David, if I'm Baruch, I got to really take Stevens out of his comfort zone. Make him go left. And don't let him set his feet.
Stevens has 9 and 5 rebounds, but he also has 4 assists.
Yeah,
4 turnovers.
He could be a problem for Baruch.
So now it's Fernandez up top. Nicholson hounding him up at the top of the key. Now Stevens. Gerard Nicholson out on him. Here comes the pick from Paris. Nicholson goes below it, and it goes right into us here at the scorer's table, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats with 32.6 remaining here in the first half.
David, Stevens tried to get fancy, and it cost him.
The marks all over Gerard Nicholson here, picking him up a full 94 feet, and Nicholson quickly into the front court.
We're looking at the last shot, David.
20 seconds remaining here in the first half. About a 2-second difference between shot and game clock. What a move by Gerard Nicholson. And that got the entire bench up. Gerard Nicholson didn't give up the ball that entire possession. Split 2 defenders and laid it in with the right hand. Here's Fernandez into the lane. Awkward scoop layup, and he gets that to go. And that will do it for first half action. Baruch all over the Lightning right now, 43-21 in a matchup of heavyweights here in the CUNYAC.
David, defense, and Devin Nicholson. That's my take on this first half.
20 points for Nicholson, 7-11 from the field in 18 minutes of action. And yeah, Joe, I mean, we saw it last time when they were here at the Arc Arena. Whatever he wanted to go went, and he's having that kind of afternoon as well.
Just very efficient, doing what he wants to do offensively. And everything is working offensively, David. Purisic getting some touches down low. And Fredericks, I'm telling you, contributing offensively is just a gift for the Bearcats. But again, let's give a shout out to Coach Alisi and the Baruch Bearcats defense in the first half, which was just outstanding.
So Baruch lead 43-21. And we're going to step aside now for halftime. We'll be back with second half action in about 10 minutes. You're watching Baruch College basketball. It's the second game of your CUNYAC doubleheader between the Lehman College Lightning and your Baruch College Bearcats.
Baruch Nation, it's halftime. Bearcats leading 43-21. Just an outstanding first half defensively. And, of course, Devin Nicholson offensively, you know, at the top of his game. I have one of the all-time Baruch basketball legends with me, a good friend, and just a great human being. Gary, welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you, Coach Joe. Legend is a strong term. There's only a few legends. I'm certainly not one of them.
Well, I just want to start by saying we have to talk about Coach Ray Rankus. May he rest in peace. This day is about him and who he was, the legacy he created, the program. I know you were very close to him. Just speak a little about what Coach Rankus meant to all of us.
Of course. Well, this was one of his favorite days of the year. One of the things about Ray is he was one that brought people together, regardless of race, creed, color, didn't matter. This was the Baruch family. So he just enjoyed seeing all of his former players come back, and now former players coming back with their kids.
Oh.
So a lot of the kids were running around here this afternoon before Jose Torres was clearing them off the court.
Well, that's Sergeant Torres, yeah.
That's what he enjoyed. I wish the turnout was a little bit more today. More for the younger guys. There are a lot of the older guys. A lot of older guys here, which was good. But this was just about getting people together and back. A little extra special with Lehman being his alma mater. Lehman's always been very good, very strong here in CUNY.
And you have to be complimented. You do a great job yearly in keeping the Baruch basketball family together, including, inviting RSVP for today and making sure. And I have to say, I'm very close to the Sean Loftuses, the Tamara Fareeds, the George Kunkles. They've been a part of my family. Calf. Everybody. So
yeah,
this
Joe,
is
Don Caffer, Joe, the basketball consigliere is here.
Yes.
Flying in from Portland with Joe. Again, this was it's a big deal, right? So I know people had other commitments, and the I don't want to say funny part, but a lot of our former players, they're coaches. They're coaching their kids in basketball. Saturday's a big basketball day during the winter, so I know a lot of our guys are coaching their own kids at various levels. Again, another testament to Ray of how many youth coaches have come out of just, again, from learning from him.
And Coach Carl Amengo, now the head coach at York.
Yes, very happy for Coach Amengo.
Which is great. But, Gary, let's quickly talk about the current 2023-2024 team. I mean, Coach Elise, he's got from one down the bench, he's got firepower defensively and offensively.
Yes, they certainly do. They're a deep roster. He's playing 9 and very easily, guys that are 12, 10 through 15 and most other years could easily be playing. They just, with 8 seniors this year, it's very hard. But the young guys are learning for sure. And this half, up 22, might be their best half of the season.
Absolutely.
Top to bottom. Devin was very efficient. With his half, and defensively they were pretty locked in defensively.
Tremendous.
The key will be the first 5 minutes, making sure that they maintain the lead and not have a little, keep the foot on the gas.
What do you think about Coach Elise putting Will Fredericks into the starting lineup?
I think it's been a good energy boost. Will brings an element of athleticism and energy that. I don't want to say it was lacking, but it certainly, it puts the defense in the forefront to start the game. Muhammad Guy and Akil Vol could very easily start as well. But this group meshes well together, and the one thing that you constantly see is their unselfishness, right? They're constantly looking for each other. They're making the extra pass. They're making the right basketball play, and that's
And Gary, you would agree if Baruch can get into the habit of putting together 2 solid halves, we're in business. And I think today it looks like hopefully that could happen.
It's halfway there. Let's see if the second half starts out the same way.
But again, heavyweight fight, Lehman, Baruch, rivalry, and from here on in, Gary. I think we got good things to look forward to, both from the women and the men. But I'm so impressed by the defensive effort. Everybody wants to be offensively, showing off. But when you bring it defensively, Gary, you would admit I mean, you're getting a real special effort.
100%. I'll talk about the defense in a second. Just wanted to give shout out to Coach Katrozis and the women's team who have done quite well. He's got an exceptional player in Mia.
Outstanding.
And he's done a phenomenal job, and I'm hoping they are going to continue. As for the defense for the men, there are guys that they believe, they've all bought into the defensive concepts, and guys that play hard and guys that are good defenders. And, it's Akil, it's Muhammad, it's Clay, right? It's the guard pressure on the ball. Again, just being solid. They're not they're not out of position.
Hey, listen, Coach Elise, if you're a coach, you can have all this offensive talent and light it up, but if you got a defensive team that buys into that,
yes,
and sacrifices and does all the little things that don't show up on ESPN.
You're talking about the little things. I've mentioned a bunch of the guys here, and two of the leaders, right? The two captains, Emil Purisic and Jamal Fair, they just do whatever's needed, right? So it's not about the individual stats. It's listen, these guys could very easily average 15, 17, 18, and they're sacrificing their games, their individual games for the good of the team. And again, they've all kind of bought in, and I still think we're waiting to see the best of this team, and we still got a long way to go.
Listen, I just want to tell you, I know we're biased, but you got to give a shout out to Coach Elise. He has grown over the years in terms of coming where he's come from, great Xaverian Catholic school background, under the, tutelage of, Coach Rankus, and he's creating this really program of student athletes that you just can't ask for anything better.
You touched on student athletes, right? So, I think the cumulative GPA of this team is about a 3.3, 3.4.
Outstanding.
He's done a wonderful job here. That goes without saying, recruiting the type of kids that are here that, it's four-year guys that are going to stay, get their degrees. I think, a number of graduate students this year just – it goes back to we opened with Coach Ray. We'll kind of close with it. Just, it's part of the family atmosphere, right? So,
and I'll tell you, these guys see in the street, and they can't be more respectful. But, Gary, I want to thank you for coming by. God bless.
Thanks,
you are the best. Love you dearly. I consider you family, and I'm honored to be part of this special day, both today and as we go on. The best to your family.
Thank you. A lot of people don't realize how important Coach Stolzer's been to this program. He's going to downplay it, and he doesn't like to talk about himself. But this is a little bit about him, and how the work he put in with a lot of guys over the course of the years that went unnoticed. And I know Coach Tamerfried is one of Coach Stolzer's biggest proponents. Just helped him get better. Tamer was a fantastic player here for 4 years.
And Coach Rankus did for me when my wife passed. Incredible, even though he wasn't well, incredible devotion to me in helping to start my wife's nursing scholarship. So, again, I love it. But, again, to you and your family, God bless. And I can't wait till next year, and we'll do it again, okay?
Perfect. I appreciate it, Joe. Thanks so much.
Thank you for coming, Gary. Be well.
You too now. Bye-bye.
And welcome back to the Arc Arena. We're moments away from the start of the second half here in the second game of your CUNYAC doubleheader between the Lehman College Lightning and your Baruch College Bearcats. If you are just joining us and missed any of the action today, the women's game ended 69-51 in the favor of Baruch, and the men have picked up right where the women have left off as they lead by 22, 43-21 here in the first half, behind the strong performance of Devin Nicholson, who leads all scorers with 20 points.
David, Baruch shot 51% to Lehman's 27% first half. That's big numbers. But again, defensively, they gave up 21 points. And let's see if Baruch can put together two solid halves.
Yeah, Joe, you spoke about it early on. Get your star players going offensively and get your defense in the right spot. And, boy, has the defense been in the right spot for the Bearcats, really leading to their offense.
Coach Alisi's got to be happy with 21 points given up in the first half. It's not pitching a shutout, but it's good numbers.
So Stevens, Paris, and Emmanuel, the three leading scorers on the season for Lehman, who combined close to 40 points per game. They have 13 here in the first half. Manuel hasn't even gotten a bucket, 0 of 2 in 15 minutes. So not only are they playing solid defense, Joe, but they're taking away the star players for the Lightning.
Of those three, Stevens scares me, David. Looks like he could hurt you outside and inside. So Baruch has done a good job, but really has to keep him quiet in the second half.
He leads all Lightning scorers with 9 points, and like you said, he's been able to really get in the lane, but even then he's only shooting 40% from the field.
Well, again, I'm curious to see. I go back to, can Baruch replicate what they did in the first half in the second? I'm really curious because now we're talking about championship material. What wins a championship?
Both teams came into the game 6-0 in the CUNYAC conference. You would argue that only one of the teams right now looks like a 6-0 team and trying to get first place here going into the second half of conference play. So Purisic now has it up top. Hits the cutting. Fredericks was able to easily lay it in. He beat Marks back door.
David, Purisic, a great perimeter passer.
So now Paris has it up top, gives it off to Fernandez. Up top to Marks. Stevens now on the far side. Entry pass into Paris. Paris working on Fredericks. Ball's loose. Ooh, they're going to call a foul there. Let's see who that's on.
Hey,
it's going to be unfair. That's going to be his second.
Talk about a ticky-tack foul.
Inbound to Fernandez. He looks for options, has Marks. Ooh, he bobbled it. He had the open look. Ball swung around the perimeter. Stevens takes the pick from Manuel. Spin move there from Stevens into the lane. He's fouled by Nicholson, and he'll go to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, Nicholson, kind of let Stevenson do what he wanted to do there. It's a very crafty player.
Stevens on the season only a 55% free throw shooter as he knocks down the first.
I'll tell you, if I'm Gerard Nicholson, I want to deny Stevens the ball if I can. Don't even let him get the ball.
And he's good on the second. So Nicholson into the front court. Ball moved around the perimeter, fair on the far side, bounce pass to Purisic. Ooh, trying to hit the cutting Devin Nicholson, and eventually finds its way to him. Devin Nicholson able to work off the glass. And Gerard Nicholson comes up with a steal. Nope, it's going to be Stevens who gets it. No, it's going to be a jump ball, and that's going to go stay with the Lightning.
Great hustle by Nicholson.
The Lightning, I think, lucked out there as Gerard Nicholson was all over that.
David, Devin Nicholson and Fredericks moving without the ball is really, really something to watch. It's creating opportunities for the Bearcats.
So now it's Paris over to Stevens here on the near side. Stevens spin, kicks it outside to Fernandez. He's in the lane, back out to Stevens, near side three, and he's able to knock it down. Big shot there for Lehman.
Stevens is the guy you got to stop, 100%. Don't even let him get the ball.
So Devin Nicholson looked like saved that hard pass from going out of bounds. Gerard Nicholson, Purisic. Over to Devin Nicholson, near side corner. Baruch late into the shot clock, 7 seconds. Need to go quick. Emil Purisic, his shot was blocked. Still loose, and it's going to get into the hands of Marks. Now Stevens picks up his dribble outside to Manuel. Manuel into the lane. And good swipe there by Purisic, and it's going to stay right there with the Lightning. Inbounds down to Fernandez. Ball swung around the perimeter. Marks has it up top. Bounce pass to Manuel. Hop step by Paris. Ooh, they're going to call a foul there on number 13, Nicholson.
Boy, I'll tell you, the referees, David, have been calling very quickly.
So now Manuel outside to Fernandez up top. Stevens trying to work on Gerard Nicholson. Manuel with the pick. Stevens spins back. Bounce pass to Manuel. Manuel pulls up. Shot no good. Fair source for the rebound.
Offensively, Baruch has got to be patient. Keep the ball movement. Wait for a good shot.
Over to Fredericks on the far side. Jab step, spins in the lane. Oh, he couldn't finish with the left hand. They're going to say he got fouled on the way up, and he'll go to the line to shoot two.
Great move by Fredericks.
Foul, there's going to be on Marks. That's going to be his second foul of the game. First team foul in the second half for the Lehman College Lightning.
Fredericks just gives you another dimension of athleticism.
Fredericks, a 77% free throw shooter on the season. And he rattles home the second.
So Baruch cannot let up defensively here. We know what they're going to give us offensively.
Ooh, what a wild shot there by Fernandez. Still loose. Actually, that was Marks, and it's going to stay right there with Lehman.
Except for Stevens, Lehman's shot selection is just, I can't make sense of it, which has got to be in favor of the Bearcats.
So now Fernandez has it up top. Entry pass. Paris trying to work on Fredericks. Paris shot, no good. And it's going to be Fair who comes away with it. Fair hits the deck. Gerard Nicholson comes and helps him out. And now Nicholson into the front court. Bounce pass to Purisic. Shot no good. Ball batted out on the near side to Fredericks. He thinks about the shot, finds Devin Nicholson. Pump fake there. Working in the lane, kicks it outside. Gerard Nicholson, and he knocks it down from the far side. A big three there from Gerard Nicholson.
Good patience by the Bearcats.
Fernandez floater in the lane is good, and he hits the deck.
Not a lot you could do on that one, David. That was just acrobatics.
Francisco Damaris checking in for the first time tonight for the Lehman College Lightning. He's a freshman from Santo Domingo forward.
It's interesting. You would think Cameron Burns would play more for Lehman, but for some reason he's not in there.
Straight on three. Shot no good by Devin Nicholson, but Fair able to rip it down.
Great hustle by Fair.
Looking for options. Gives it inside to Purisic. Good find by Jamel Fair. And Emil Purisic extends the lead to 26.
Boy, Fair is doing it on both ends. Baruch just has to take Stevens out of any comfort zone that he may think he has.
Offensive foul on Demers as he just moved on the screen there, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats.
Well, that was great because they just nullified anything that Stevens was going to do.
And Coach Schulman wants to talk things over with 15:28 remaining in the ballgame. His team trail by 26.
I think Coach Elise is just going to really stress defense in the huddle. David, I think offensively the Bearcats are fine, but defensively I think he wants this to be a really defensive statement game to the CUNY conference, not just Lehman.
So, Joe, I mean, I don't think Lehman's been in this position too much this year. like they have to start chipping away at this lead ASAP.
Yeah, I mean, listen, tenacious defense, whatever sport you play, is going to really disrupt anything that you want to try and do, and that's what we're seeing today out of Baruch. Except for Stevens, David, you have to admit, nothing really going for Lehman offensively.
And even then, Stevens is having a hard time with it. Granted, he has 14. He's done that on 11 shots. So respectable 45%, and he has 14 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. But again, we spoke about it earlier, he also has those 5 turnovers.
And then throwing a couple of acrobatic shots on Lehman, and that's your offense, you know?
Stevens only averages 12 points per game, so he's already above his season average. So if you're Coach Alisi, I think you're quite happy with what your defense is doing, really taking away their first and second option.
Yeah, and this is going to be the script for every game going forward, defensively.
So Devin Nicholson now gets it into the front court. He's quickly double-teamed over Gerard Nicholson. Back outside to Devin, thinks about the shot, now into the lane. Outside to Gerard Nicholson, he's going to pull a 3 himself. Shot no good, and Stevens on the rebound. Wild shot there, no good. I think it was Kamara who is looking for some contact on his way up.
Good help by Baruch defensively.
And Devin Nicholson will bring it into the front court, gives it off to Gerard Nicholson, who now is into the hands of Fredericks. Now Purisic on the post, working on Demers. Purisic, I think that got stripped by Demers on the way up, and it's going to stay right there with the Bearcats as it hit the end line.
Purisic really working hard down low, trying to create shots for himself.
Nicholson to inbound, looking for options. Finds Devin Nicholson. He's quickly doubled, and I imagine that'll be the recipe for the rest of the game as Purisic goes up and under, and he's able to finish with the right hand. And it's going to go off Mark's last, and it goes back to the Bearcats. Anything that Baruch wants to do is happening, and Baruch have doubled up the Lehman College Lightning here in the second half.
Yeah, Gerard Nicholson playing cornerback got in the eyes of the Lehman player, causing that turnover.
Ooh, almost missed Fredericks there, who kicks it outside, trying to get it to Devin Nicholson. Gerard Nicholson runs it down in the backcourt. Ooh, if they have Devin Nicholson on the far side, and he hasn't had too many looks here in the second half due to the double team. There's a 3 from straight on, and he knocks it down.
Well, great ball movement by the Bearcats. And, of course, Nicholson finishing.
Nice move there by Stevens. He just couldn't finish. Gerard Nicholson rips down that rebound, and he's quickly pushing into the front court. Hands it off to Devin Nicholson. He'll step into a 3 again, and he knocks it down. Devin Nicholson keeping the hot hand going here in the second half. And shot there, no good. Fredericks battling for the rebound. He gets the rebound, and they're going to call a foul there on Kamara.
David, that play by Fredericks is what defines today. Baruch has brought the tenacity, and you are not going to break them today.
I think Kamara coming down the court talking to the ref. I think he wanted to call the other way. He caught something in the mouth because he keeps checking it out, but he seems to be all right. Gerard Nicholson over to Fredericks. Now to Devin Nicholson in the front court, and we've seen that the double team will come. Nope, they'll actually play Stevens on man up against Devin Nicholson.
Well, anybody can play D on Nicholson. The key is, can you stop him?
Devin Nicholson way downtown, and he knocks it down over the outstretched arm of Gerard Nicholson. Over Stevens on Lehman. Devin Nicholson now has 31 points. Offensive foul, and Baruch getting everything going their way right now.
David, would you say that Nicholson is feeling it, or is that an understatement?
Yeah, I think that would definitely be an understatement there, Joe. He's got 31 on 11 of 16 from downtown, 11-16 from the field, 5 of 8 from downtown.
Well, it's 13-14 remaining in the game. David, did we say can Baruch put together 2 outstanding hands offensively and defensively? It's looking mighty good.
So now Purisic bounce pass into Fair. Inside to Purisic. He goes up strong, can't finish. gets his own rebound, looking for options. He's able to force it through.
Purisic just working so hard, and he's being rewarded.
He's got 10. Ooh, Devin Nicholson, hits the deck. And they're going to say, I think it was an out-of-bounds call on the far side, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats.
Another defensive stop by the Bearcats. Shout out to Emil Purisic, just working so hard in traffic, and his great body control, just allowing him to finish.
We're seeing some fresh faces now for Lehman College. You got to wonder if this is them going to the bench a little bit as Amar Jai and Alex Singer check into the game. And Fair threw it away. One of the first unforced errors we've seen from the Bearcats as Fernandez lays it in on the other, Avila lays it in on the other end.
Well, listen, with 12:22, Baruch has got to slow down. Remember, the clock is your friend. Take some time off, and let's get a W. No hurry.
That's Gerard Nicholson who pulls up. Devin Nicholson gets the rebound, forces, I think, a shot there from the free throw line. He's off front iron, and he'll be leaning the other way with Cameron Burns. Now to Avila on the other end. Avila goes up. It's going to go off of the Bearcats last. Muhammad Guy and Saeed Osorio check into the game.
Baruch has just got to slow down offensively. No rush. Be patient. Work the clock. Everything is in your favor today.
So Singer now into the lane for the Lightning. He gets some contact there from Fair, and that'll send Singer to the line to shoot 2.
Hey, Singer's got a little bit of resemblance to Donald, doesn't he, David?
Outside of the number, I assume?
Yeah, no, he reminds me of him, but again, there's only one Donald.
So it'll be Osorio to inbound. Lehman setting up in the full court press. Now Osorio here on the near side. Muhammad Guy also into the game. Inside to Purisic. He stepped out of bounds, so it'll go back to the Lightning.
David, Bearcats rushing it a bit here. They have to take a deep breath, slow down.
So Singer now has it on the Bearcat logo for Lehman. He drives right, has to curl back, almost left it behind. Avila now has it going into the lane. He's quickly doubled outside to Singer. Singer into the baseline, gives it inside to Jai, who's fouled on the way up, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Coach Alisi wants the same defensive effort as he got from his first 5. That would be tremendous if you can get your entire team to give you an defensive output like the Bearcats are doing today.
So Rosario checks into the game for Lehman as Jai knocks down the first free throw. And he's off on the second. Osorio pulls down the board, and it'll be Minnick who just checked into the game to bring it into the front court for Baruch.
Again, no rush for Baruch offensively. Work the clock.
Now Purisic has it on the elbow. Minnick spins, goes baseline, drops to a knee. Looking for options. They're going to say it was off of either Singer or Jai last, and it'll stay right there.
Yeah, Baruch has got to move the ball like they have been doing, especially the first 5. When they slow down, that's when the double teams come.
Minnick into the lane. Nice move, and able to finish with an up and under off the glass, and Coach Alisi wants to talk things over. He'll take a full timeout. We'll step aside with 11 minutes remaining here in the ballgame. Baruch leads 69-33 here in a CUNYAC matchup between Lehman and Baruch on YouTube channel Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. So both teams break the huddle. 11 minutes remaining. Baruch have doubled up. Lehman 69-33.
Again, Baruch defensively has to continue to finish this game with a high intensity on defense. Cannot let up.
Burns has it on the far side. Avia now into the lane. Gives it off to Jai. He's able to finish off the glass. And to your point, Joe, the intensity still has to be there for the Bearcats.
Yeah, this is really going to dictate the future of Baruch basketball as far as the season. Like I said, defensively, they have to make a statement today to the rest of CUNY.
And the last game of the season as well will be at Lehman on February 13th. That's a Tuesday night. That'll be the last game of regular season action, and that could have seeding implications as well, as the CUNYAC tournament itself will start on February 17th, which is a Saturday afternoon.
Lehman and Coach Schumann, we remember this game vividly, David.
So now Minnick behind the back dribble into the lane. Gives it off to Purisic, and he's able to lay it in.
Minnick giving some good minutes here offensively for the Bearcats.
Purisic has 12.
Purisic had an outstanding game. Passing, offense, defense, low post presence.
Oh, entry pass there from Avia right into the stomach of Guy. And now Minnick comes the other way and lays it in off the glass.
Great one-on-one move by Minnick.
Burns trying to catch him out of position. Jai able to finish over the outstretched arm of Vaughn, who's about a half step too late.
Wow, Burns with a big-time pass.
That's going to be the 7th team foul on Lehman, so that'll send Donald to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
Defensively, the second unit, David, has not played as hard as the first, but Coach Alisi will probably point that out in practice. The whole roster has got to buy into the defensive intensity it takes to really shut a team down.
So Cayado into the game. Cameron Burns will come to the bench. And Donnelly can't knock down the second, so Baruch lead 74-37. Now Jai in the paint, working on Guy. Osorio comes for help, so does Minnick. Jai shot too strong, no good. Ball still loose. Donnelly behind the back dribble, and he brings it into the front court.
Again, Baruch should work the clock. No hurry. Work on your efficiency, your passing, moving without the ball.
Osorio straight on three. He's fouled. And he'll go to the line to shoot 3 free throws as Collado's called on the foul. That's his first.
That worked out favorably for Osorio. He set his feet and he gets 3 attempts.
And he knocks down the second. And he can't knock down the second. The third, excuse me. As now Singer has it in the front court for Lehman. Jai at the free throw line. He gets fouled. And that's only going to be the 6th team foul as now Osorio will come to the bench. And it'll be Jack Gordon into the game, freshman forward out of Staten Island.
That's a tough foul because Baruch was just trying to defend the ball.
So Singer now gives it off to Rosario, back to Singer. Jai calling for it. It's Avila going baseline, and he's able to finish with the right hand. Nice play there by Elijah Avila, sophomore guard out of the Bronx.
Well, Vaughn or Guy's got to really protect the rim in shots like that.
So Donaldson takes the pick from Guy. Guy straight on. He'll go into the lane working on Jai. Gives it outside to Gordon. Pump fake. Steps into a jumper. Mid-range. Shot no good. Interesting rotation on that ball, Joe. It was almost circular versus, over end. Three there by Avila. No good. Vaughn rips down that rebound. Gives it off to Minnick, and Minnick's quick to push the other way, right into the front court, into the lane. Gives it off to Muhammad Guy, who throws it down. But pressed by Minnick there, going right into the lane, finding the open guy.
Yeah, Minnick has had some good minutes.
Jai working on Vaughn, and that's going to send Jai to the line to shoot two.
Well, Coach Alisi can't be happy about the foul and the fact that it stops the clock.
Agreed, and it's also, what can you do there? You're playing straight up. You're not leaving your feet. It's a tough spot for Vaughn.
Yeah, referees have been calling some interesting fouls on what looks to be real good defense. They're finding a flaw in the Baruch's defensive, movement.
And Jai gets the second to go. It's a 38-point lead for the Bearcats. 7.5 remaining here at the Arc Arena, and it looks to be the making of a successful alumni day on the campus of Baruch, as the women won the early game and the men seem to be on pace to win the second game.
And the food was pretty good too, David.
It wasn't bad, Joe. It was not bad, as now Gordon has it on the near side. Gives it off to Donaldson up top. Takes the pick from Vaughn. Outside to Gordon. They got to force one. Minnick, shot no good. It's going to be a shot clock violation on the Bearcats.
Well, it wasn't a good offensive possession, but what it did is it took time off the clock. 7 minutes to go. Baruch obviously in the lead. But now it's really how you finish the game. Get into good habits, David, because the next game is very close by.
So Rosario, free throw line jumper is good.
Yeah, this second unit, kind of loosey-goosey defense here.
Quinones all over Donaldson. Donaldson inside, and they're going to call foul as Donaldson gets, they're going to call an offensive foul as Jai took a charge, and it's going to go back to the Lightning. Minnick will come to the bench, and checking into the game's number 20, Luke Reese.
Yeah, what Donaldson needed to do is that bring it out and just get into your passing game.
Avila now has it up top, gives it off to Collado. And Reese comes away with the steal. He gets fouled on the way up. Ooh, hits the deck hard. And I saw his head hit that padding too. He seems to be okay. Getting up a little slow. He'll just need a minute, and then he'll go to the free throw line to shoot two.
I'll tell you, Reese's brother was such a key player for the Bearcats in doing the things like taking charges and diving for loose balls. So I can see the resemblance here from brother to brother.
And Luke Reese knocks down the first.
Jack Reese was just a tremendous player. Did it all.
The area I see the most similarities is the speed at which that they bring the ball down the court. Once they get ahead of steam, they really get moving.
Yeah, they just made plays, winning plays for you, David.
Cangiano into the game. For the Bearcats, as Reese was good from that line. Avila takes the three off the glass. and he's able to knock that one down. Baruch lead by 35.
Well, the second unit, David, is giving up some points here to Lehman. And they have to really, work on that.
So now Guy inside to Vaughn. Right-handed hook shot, no good. Jai on the rebound. Avila comes the other way with it for the Lightning.
Great pass by Guy. Great catch by Vaughn. He just couldn't finish.
So now Collado has it on the far side. Gives off to Avila. Back to Collado. Back to Avila. A little two-man game. Three there by Avila. He's able to get that one to go. And he quickly has 10 points in 17 minutes as Avila. Bounce pass over to Guy here on the near side. Jai on him. Up top to Vaughn. Rosario picks him up. Gordon thinks about the shot. Bounce pass inside to Guy on the post. He's quickly doubled. Pass there to Cangiano. Over to Gordon. Near side three. Shot a bit short. Gordon runs down his own rebound. Pulls up again from the free throw line. And he knocks it down.
All right, so Gordon's in the books.
The ball swung around the perimeter here. Rosario gives it over to Avila, and shot no good. Quinones able to get the rebound, looking for options, has Jai in the paint. 4 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Baruch looking to sweep the doubleheader against Lehman. Jai into the lane, shot no good. Ball batted out by Vaughn. Guy ahead of the pack to Donnellan. Nope, give it inside to Vaughn. Vaughn gets blocked. I think it was Collado. Ball still loose. And Collado runs it down, and it'll be Quinones to bring it into the front court for the Lightning.
Well, Baruch is rushing, and I think Coach Alisi would like them to settle down.
Rosario spins in the lane, off the glass, and finishes. Nice move there by Rosario.
Well, if you're just tuning in, this offensive output by Lehman is nothing like the first half. The defensive intensity has really come down by the Bearcats.
And they're going to say it's a jump ball, and that's going to go back to the Bearcats. Good play there by Donnellan to tie up Avila, and then it'll go back to Baruch. So Panagakos and Joseph Fitzgerald check into the game. So it's Donnellan, Panagakos, Cangiano, Fitzgerald, and Edmey, who just also checked into the game for Baruch. Donnellan gets it into the front court, looking for options, finds Fitzgerald underneath, kicks it outside to Panagakos into the lane, right hand layup, it's good. And they're going to call an offensive foul. Oh, man, I think he thought he had a three-point play, only to get reminded by the ref that it's going the other way.
Well, David, he went up in traffic, and he got called for the foul.
So, Joe, we weren't really sure if this game was over at half. It turned out to be finished at halftime, as Baruch are going to run away with this thing here at the Arc Arena. But a solid sweep all around from the Bearcats. Two amazing performances from Baruch, specifically in the form of Mia Castillo in the early game, and of course Devin Nicholson. I would say mostly in the first half. He had about 7 points in the second half, but mostly in the first half for the in this latter game.
Well, when Coach Alisi went to his second unit, entirely different play. But here's the good thing. Just got to make some adjustments, clean some things up with regard to the second unit.
I mean, at this point, they're almost on the third unit, so.
Yeah.
I think just trying to close out the final 2 minutes of this game. The foul there is going to be on number 25, Jackson Edmey, excuse me.
But hey, listen, moving forward, if you can have all your units on the same page, you're in good shape. Let's face it.
The Bearcats are next in action at Brooklyn College. It's a doubleheader between the women and the men with the Brooklyn College Bulldogs. That's on Tuesday starting at 5 o'clock. And then they'll be home again against City College on January 26th. That's this coming Friday to host City College. Again, a doubleheader, 5:30 and 7:30. So if you're in the area, if you're a Bearcat fan, please come down to the Arc Arena and see your Baruch College Bearcats.
Well, listen, Brooklyn and City, no pushovers. In every game, you got to bring it.
They'll only have 7 more games after this one, as this is the end of the first half of conference play here in the CUNYAC. Ball swung around the perimeter. Cangiano's 3 shot no good. Ball still loose. Saved by Demers. Launches it off of Fitzgerald. Nice play there. Even though you probably felt that one even through the screen. He launched it at his legs.
David, I felt it right here, about 50 feet away.
Ooh, nice steal there by Panagakos. Trying to give it up to Donnellan. Donnellan unable to, they're going to say, that was Cangiano. My apologies. Cangiano and Quinones, and then they're going to say Quinones again was trying to throw it off Cangiano, and Quinones actually was out of bounds when he did that.
That was quite a tackle. Saved a touchdown, David.
Ooh, errant pass there. Quinones almost came away with a steal, and he's been very active defensively since he's come into the latter part of this ball game. So it's Fitzgerald outside to Panagakos. His shot was blocked. He gets his own rebound, gives it to Donnellan on the far near side corner. Inside to Fitzgerald. He's quickly double teamed, trying to get it back outside to Donnellan, and it'll be Collado who comes away with it. 1 minute remaining here in the ball game. And it'll be Acevedo into the baseline. He pulls up and he knocks down a shot there.
Well, the score is deceiving, 82-52. But remember, Lehman had 21 points at the half.
Cangiano's 3, too strong, off iron, and it's going to be Quinones the other way with it. Hop step into the lane, floater, no good. Edmey fighting for it. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to stay right there with Lehman, and they can really dribble it out. But Joe, you'd be shocked if I told you only 2 players in double figures tonight for the Bearcats.
Well, it was a great ensemble effort, David, and one that Baruch is going to make reference to going forward. But like I said, the key is, David, in every game to put together 2 big-time halves. I think today we had basically a half and a quarter, and that's okay. Coach Alisi will just write some things, and again, we're on to the next game.
So Baruch will walk it out here at the Arc Arena, and they'll get a sweep over the Lehman College Lightning. All in all, a successful day for the Baruch College Bearcats.
Great day for Baruch Athletics, great day for Baruch basketball. Mia Castillo, Coach K, and the women, Coach Alisi, Devin Nicholson, and the ensemble cast really gave the fans something to really be hopeful about a championship at the end of this journey, David.
So this will put Baruch into first in the CUNYAC as they storm to a big win here at the Arc Arena over Lehman College. Pushes Lehman College to their first conference loss. Baruch now 7-0 in the conference, also riding a 7-game winning streak.
And they made it look easy defensively and offensively. Again, shout out to Devin Nicholson, who was in his zone today, and you wish you can bottle it and keep it going. But this is a veteran team, next man up, and coached by, Coach Alisi. We can't say enough about him. And but again, looking forward to the next 2 games, David, which are going to be here quickly, and Baruch wants to keep this momentum going.
Yeah, to your point, Devin Nicholson's getting hot, and it's
Thank
the right time of the year to do that. So that'll do it for us here at the Arc Arena. Once again, your final scores in the women's game at noon. Baruch, behind the strong performance of Mia Castillo, wins 69-51. And in the latter game between the men of Lehman and Baruch, behind the stellar performance of Devin Nicholson, Baruch lead 82-54. This broadcast has been in conjunction with the Baruch Athletic Department. For Joe Stozer, I'm David Just. You've been watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. Have a great night, everybody.